Okay, so here is our last task for today, is our CER, which stands for Claim, Evidence, and Reasoning. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill out this table, and I'm going to try and explain it to you as simply as I can. However, this is a difficult part because I can't give you an answer. This is where you kind of have to answer things in your own words and on your own terms, and all I can do is lead you to those answers. So for your claim, we gave you a sentence stem, okay, and we are going to basically just finish this sentence. Okay, I'm going to clear green checks. All you need to do is, for this claim, it says, which solution best addresses colony collapse disorder? Okay, so for this one, you just have to tell me from your table 2, you should have totaled them all up at the end, right? Whichever solution has the highest score, highest total, is the one that best addresses colony collapse disorder. If you have a tie, because I know some people end up with having different solutions that score 9s from like the drone, and maybe someone else has scored a 9, okay? You need to pick which one you think is most realistic or meets the criteria and constraints that are most important, okay? So make sure that you just have to pick one. Do not pick more than one. Just pick one, and you're going to put solution 1 or 2 or the drone. Be specific. So if I were to say, Ms. Forsythe's solution about drones is the optimal solution for colony collapse disorder of honeybees. That's all you have to write for the claim. If you say it's solution 1, which is my solution, which says that we should eliminate pesticides, is the optimal solution for colony collapse disorder of honeybees. That's it. That's all you have to do. So you're just giving me a little bit here. Which solution, whose solution, and what was the solution in this blank? Give me a green check when your claim is done. You can. Absolutely. Let's move on to evidence. Okay, we already started the sentence for you, so all you need to do is add on to it, okay? So we started it by saying the solution is optimal because ... So all you're going to do is erase the ... and you're going to finish that sentence, okay? So the evidence is going to basically be used from our scoring matrix or from table 2. And that's going to support our claim. So you claimed, let's say you claimed Ms. Forsythe's drone solution was the best. Now you need to use as evidence what criteria and constraints scored the highest on your scoring matrix for that solution. So let's say I think she scored a 2 in the first category. So if she scored a 2 in that first category and the other solutions only scored a 1, that would be really good evidence to say, well, compared to the other solutions, it met this criteria and this constraint better than the other ones that I saw. So does that make sense to you guys? You're just using your scores based on the different categories to explain why that one was the best one or why it scored the highest. Again, if there's a tie, maybe you can add something in there about how it's the most realistic, okay? Questions on evidence? Okay, give me a green check when you're done with evidence, or I expect some questions in the chat. Is that cool with you guys? Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so reasoning says use the criteria and constraints to justify why the solution would be the best. So this is where you say, okay, so you already told me in the evidence which criteria and constraints scored the highest. Now you're telling me why. So now you're using those same criteria and constraints to explain why it fits the requirements and limitations. The drone solution is the best solution because it addresses cultural, aesthetic concerns the best, because humans don't want to transport bees on the trucks. They want to travel them by air because then they don't have to deal with outbreaks or swarms or things like that. Let's say the solution that scored best was to get rid of pesticides, and it scored the highest on low cost, right? And then you tell me why. Because pesticides already cost a lot of money, so to eliminate them, we are saving much more money. Boom. That's it. It just has to be like common sense explanations. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but you're just addressing the evidence that you posted in your box. Why is that evidence making it the best solution? This is usually the hardest part, so if you will, take a screenshot of this if you're kind of like, what, CER, is it crazy? Because I kind of tried to outline it for you over here in words the best that I could. So again, if you need a screenshot, like you need to refer back to something for help, this slide will be your best bet.